And I ain't going in, that's on with my nigga, my nigga, my nigga. Dope boys, my niggas. My nigga, my nigga.
What's up, y'all? I'm Camille. Welcome to my channel, The Confused Playlist, where I get to talk about anything music related that I feel like talking about. And that is the YG that I am aware of. That I used to love that song. And so yesterday I was watching a little clip from The Breakfast Club, and they said that he was going to be releasing new music today, and they played a little clip from it, and come to find out that this song is deeply personal, and it is talking about an abuse that he faced. And I'm just going to say the word abuse for like all the things, so because it's YouTube. But if you are unaware, my professional background while I was in the military, I ran the Office for Violence Prevention. And so this is something that is so very, very near and dear to my heart. I'm very passionate about. When I used to teach, I used to always leave space at the end of my classes for anybody that wanted to come and talk to me. And I was surprised by how many men would come and tell me their stories about all kinds of different things. And so in my, professional experience, in my professional opinion, I have always believed that one of the best ways, or the most productive ways to combat these types of things from happening, is for more men to tell their stories. And the reason why is because we like to pretend that things like this don't happen to men. They do happen to men. They just tend to look different. That's all. We've got to get past this notion of thinking that abuse predominantly happens by a male towards a female. Once we start acknowledging that it's actually just one bad, sick human being causing harm to another innocent human being, then we can start to deal with it. But as long as we stay with these preconceived notions of what abuse looks like and how it all plays out, we're never going to get past anything. And if men don't share their stories, we're going to continue to live in a world where we pretend that things like this don't happen to men. So of anything, I knew I wanted to cover this song because it's something that needs to be talked about. So let's go ahead and get into the song. I'm going to pull up the lyrics and all that good stuff. Y'all know I'm getting used to this reaction thing, so we'll see how good I do. Now, I have to say right away, the fit of his suit bothers me, but that's like a small thing. We don't have to talk about that.
When I was young, I got raped. 5 bitches twice my age. Picked me up from school to meet her hers and got laid. Ever since that day, I never looked at shit the same. Fucked up in the brain, pussy what I blame. Fried, so you know why I like chicken wings. My life is insane, like I'm from Baby Gang. How I'm supposed to change with all this fucked up shit I sang.
All right, let's check out the lyrics. So when I was young, I got R-worded by a woman twice my age, picked me up from school to meet at hers and got laid. Ever since that day, I never looked at shit the same. Fucked up in the brain, pussy what I blame. Fried, so you know why I like chicken wings. My life is insane, like I'm from a Baby Gang. So he comes right out in the thing, like, this is what happened to me. I'm not gonna mince words about it. I'm not gonna sneak around it. This is what I'm saying happened to me.
Fucked up, yeah, I know. Fucked up in some hole. I'm so used to fucked up, I get fucked up at the show. Fucked up, yeah, I know. How fucked up could it go? Nipsey left me like how Biggie left Hov. Whoa, and Slim got his life stole. Telling myself I'll be alright though. Shit really fucking with my psycho. My little bitch lost her life in lipo.
They tell me don't worry. They ask me if I'm okay. Motherfuckers don't deserve me. Not even on my worst day. This life shit crazy. Grew up at a young age. Oh babe, why you had to hurt me?
That verse, or that chorus, made me think of Don't Look Any Further. Badeo, badeo, dum ba bio. Don't look any further. That's what that reminded me of. I don't know if that's really the sample, but that's what came in my head. All right, lyrics. how I'm supposed to change with all this fucked up shit I seen. Fucked up, yeah, I know. Fucked up and some more. I'm so used to I'm so used to fucked up. I get fucked up at the show. Fucked up, yeah, I know. How fucked up could it go? Nipsey left me Nipsey left me like how Biggie left Hove, so I guess they were super close. I didn't know that. Um and Slim got his life stole. Telling myself I ain't alright though. Shit really fucking with my cycle. My little bitch lost her life to get lipo. I wonder if that's real. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't think he would just say that just to say that. But yeah, man, so many people, women die getting surgery thinking they gonna come out and live this whole other glamorous life and they gonna have this big old booty and these big old titties and this flat stomach and all this other bullshit and they dying on the damn table. Like, I'd much rather live with my little wrinkly saggly body than to do that shit, but to each their own.
Okay, now, back when I was a juvie and shit, got used for the dick. I ain't even know what to do with the bitch, confused a bit. Her niece, I went to school with the bitch. My screws loose, who got the tools to fix? So I went to the homies and we talked about it. They thought exotic, that was their only thoughts about it. Dick hard cause of clothes, she stripped all about it. Hypnotized from them hip and thighs, all hypnotic. Yeah, that's when I bust my first nut. Young nigga with his dick all in a grown up. With the shits in real quick, how I growed up. Got took advantage of and I liked it, so what? Y'all call that sex abuse shit. I just thought she was doing some cool shit. If I would've told mama about the new shit, the bitch probably would've been up on the news clip.
They tell me don't worry. They ask me if I'm okay.
All right. Okay, now back to when I was a juvie and shit. Got used for the dick. I ain't even know what to do with the bitch. Confused a bit. Her niece, I went to school with the bitch. My school's loose. Who's got the tools to school's loose? Should be screws loose. My school's loose. Who's got the tool to fix? So I went to the homies and we talked about it. They thought exotic. That was the only thoughts about it. Dick hard because her clothes, she stripped all about it. Hypnotized from them hip and thighs, all hypnotic. Yeah, that's when I bust my first nut. Young nigga with his dick all up in a grown up. With the shits in real quick. How I growed up. God took advantage of and I liked it. So what? Y'all can call that sex abuse shit. I just start shit was doing some cool shit. If I would have told mama about the new shit, the bitch probably would have ended up on the news click. All right, there's so much in that one. So first off, she is so motherfucking trifling. She messing with her little niece's boy, but I mean, that's typically how people get introduced to people. It isn't like some stranger off the street. It's somebody, an adult that a child has been allowed to interact with and get close to. He said he went to his friends. Ain't nobody has shit to say. He said that he was hypnotized when she took her clothes off. And again, I think that's what I want to get at is that, like, I think people just have a very specific idea of what abuse is supposed to look like in their heads. But again, when it's coming from a different person, it's going to look differently. And women are not necessarily going to overpower a man to, abuse him or whatever. She's going to be a lot more manipulative about it. Now, this is the line that really got me. If I would have told mama about the new shit, the bitch probably would have been on the news click. And he's saying in there, like, yeah, I was fucking with this lady and I was enjoying myself, but I know if I told my mom that this was wrong, like she would have ended up in jail or whatever. And I think there's probably a lot of people in this world, if they thought about it, things that happened to them when they were younger, that if they had told somebody what happened, that person would probably end up in jail because they did something wrong. But it's confusing because you enjoyed what happened. So you're looking at it like, no, this was my choice. I wanted to do this. But a 14-year-old should not be fucking with a 30-year-old, no matter how you try to spin that shit. It doesn't matter if it's a 30-year-old woman against a boy. It doesn't matter if it's a 30-year-old man against a girl. Nobody with that big of an age gap should be fucking with a little kid, period. That's like, like if you were to offer a little 3-year-old a fucking lollipop, guess what? That bitch is going to eat it because it's a lollipop. They enjoy it. They're going to get the sugar rush. They don't know how to say no. They don't know it's bad. They don't know that it's going to rot their teeth. They're not thinking about all that. And when it comes to this type stuff, young boys, especially boys that ain't experienced anything, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what to think. They don't know what to feel. They don't, nothing. And to have somebody come and take advantage of that is just fucked up.
Motherfuckers don't deserve me. Not even on my worst day. This life shit crazy.
This sounds like a Dre beat to me. Like I can absolutely see this beat, but it sounds like a simple Dre beat. Like it's not a very like intricate beat, but it feels very Dre.
Grew up at a young age. Oh, babe. Why you had to hurt me?
So just think before the next time you start asking, why's you like that? Why's you savage? Why every hoe you fuck with is never long lasting? No access to my heart, I give no passage. A bitch took advantage of me, I ain't got no trust. The bitch took advantage of me, I ain't getting no fucks. At 14 years old, I got my dick sucked. At 14 years old, I got my dick fucked. The hoe was 30 years old, and I never told. Was dating her niece when this happened, it was swearing on my soul. I ain't wanna spill the tea, so I just let her go. Cause me and the auntie kept fucking for sure. Then one day I feel like this was too much. I knew this wasn't regular as I grew up. She told me eat her ass, after that I threw up. Ooh, can't believe I had my face in the butt.
Tell me don't worry. They ask me if I'm okay. Motherfuckers don't deserve me. Not even on my worst day.
All right. So just think before the next time you start asking why you like that, why you savage, why every hoe you fuck is never long lasting, no access to my heart, I give no passage. A bitch took advantage of me, I got no trust. A bitch took advantage of me and I give no fucks. At 14 years old, I got my dick sucked. At 14 years old, I got my dick sucked. The hoe was 30 years old and I never told. Was dating her niece when it happened. It was wearing on my soul. I ain't want to spill the tea, so I just let her go. Cause me and auntie kept fucking for show. And one day, I feel like this was too much. I knew this wasn't regular as I grew up. She told me to eat her ass, and after that, I threw up. Oh, I can't believe I had my face in her butt. Now, of course, that sounds like a funny line, but like this woman had him do something that made him physically ill. In this verse, he's trying to say, like, you're wondering why I am the way that I am, and it's because this thing happened to me when I was 14 years old, and it shaped the way that I interact with women. It shaped the way that I view women, and it has affected his life. See, he's saying he can't really have long-lasting relationships. He's saying he doesn't really know how to have that like loving connection with somebody. It's fucked him up. Was dating her niece when it happened. It was wearing on my soul. I didn't want to spill the tea, so I just let her go because me and auntie kept fucking for show. And one day I felt like this was too much. So there was a point, like it was happening over and over and over again, and he was enjoying it, which that's not weird. Of course, it seems like he would enjoy something like that. Again, if you keep giving a 3-year-old a fucking lollipop, they're going to keep eating the lollipop, even though it's bad for them, right? But he finally hit that line of like, this is too much. Like this feels disgusting. And it affected him for the rest of his life.
This life shit crazy. Grew up at a young age. Oh, babe. Why you had to hurt me? You don't deserve me. You try to hurt me. You don't deserve. You don't know, baby, you don't know. You don't deserve me. You try to hurt me. Oh, babe.
So the story goes, he's dating a girl in high school. So he's probably going over to her house and her auntie's there, yada, yada, yada. Auntie is sick in the head. She doesn't want to deal with a grown man. She wants somebody that she can have power and control over. So she basically throws herself at this little boy. And of course, a kid with the candy. He's gonna enjoy that. And even though he knew it was wrong, like it's wrong, but I like it. And then things went too far. And as he grew up, he realized like, this really fucked me up. this really did something to me. It affected me. I don't see things the same or the way that I should. I don't see women how I should. I don't see sex how I should. Um, and that I think happens to a lot of boys actually, but they don't see it as something bad. So that was the song, and I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of people that hear this song and be like, man, you had a bad bitch throwing herself at you and sucking your dick, and you want to say that that was abuse. You want to say that she took advantage of you. You're a bitch for that. Like, I know that there's going to be people out there that are going to hear his story and say that nothing bad happened, and say that nothing bad happened because he kept going back and doing it, and say nothing bad happened because women don't abuse men. And I mean, all this stuff. We saw there's a news story just recently about a lady teacher who was abusing 13-year-old boys and having them wear scream masks while they were doing it, and have them simulate attacking her and shit. Like, that's some fucked up shit. And think about if that's the first sexual experiences of these little boys. Think about how they're gonna think about sex moving forward, especially if they had never told anybody. Right? I'm pretty sure now that it's out that people are going to make sure, like their family's going to make sure that they kind of get some help to help process through what happened with them. But like, most boys aren't going to say anything. They're going to talk about that story the rest of their lives. Man, yeah, this old bitch, when I was young, man, she made me do blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, it was not something that was healthy for them. They didn't get a healthy experience out of fucking with this lady that made her pretend to hurt her. I thought about this quite a few years ago. My son is 25 years old. He's grown. But when he was coming up, when it came to a lot of conversations surrounding sex, I let his dad handle it because we just felt like he was more comfortable talking to his dad about it. But even through those conversations, I never took the time to talk to my young son about somebody taking advantage of him in that way, just because at the time I didn't fathom that something like that would happen to him, because we had this preconceived notion that things like that don't really happen to little boys. And so I never talked to him about how really to protect himself from something like that. Now, luckily, my son was a little homebody and liked to sit in his room and play music and shit, and wasn't really out partying and doing all these things where I really worried about the people that he was interacting with. But I can say that I'm pretty sure had I had a little girl, I would have had different conversations with her than I had with my son about protecting himself and things to look out for. And I think that's the way that a lot of us were raised. Boys and girls are taught different things when it comes to sex and abuse and what to look out for and how things are supposed to go. And I think that's why we don't think things like this happen to men, because it doesn't get talked about. So for all the people out there that may watch this video and like or read the lyrics to this song and think that he sounds like a little bitch and nothing bad happened to him and whatever, I just want to be one of those people that's out here saying to YG specifically, like, thank you for sharing your story. It is not an easy thing to do, and it's a brave thing to do, and I think that more people should do it. Anyway, that is my video for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit some of them YouTube buttons, because I'm still a small channel trying to grow, and I really appreciate it. Let me know what you think about the song down in the comments. Bye.